Here we go. Welcome to Warhammer Imperium week 6. So let's get it open, shall we? Now, what do we get in this issue? So we get our 3 aggressors, which again are push fit. We get 40mm round bases with the hex keys in them, and Abaddon black base paint. So let's have a quick look. On the cover, aggressors attack, paint with Abaddon black. Your most brutal battle yet. Okay. Now, Primaris Aggressors, fire spewing titans. Clad in bulky Gravis armour, aggressors can soak up all but the heaviest of enemy fire. Though this added protection slows them down, aggressors advance relentlessly, unleashing waves of fire from their flamestorm gauntlets to reduce their foes to smoking piles of ash. Very nice. So, info about your Primaris Aggressors. The battle record for your Primaris Aggressors. And then we get some information on Necron Nobles. Imperious, arrogant, power-hungry, Necron nobles seek to restore their dynasties to their former glory. They lead the Necron phalanxes to war, directing vast armies of mindless Necron warriors and Canoptech constructs who follow their orders without question. So, there you go. And then it gives you examples of what they are. So we've got Pharaons, Overlords and Lords and Royal Wardens. So Pharaons are the rulers of Necron dynasties, though they often rely on their royal court to command the bulk of their legions. They are legendary generals and deadly warriors. When a Pharaon takes to the battlefield, underlings redouble their efforts and foes tremble before their magnificence. Overlords and Lords are powerful Necron nobles who fight at the head of the Necron armies, commanding their robotic kin. Each and every one of these Necron nobles is a deadly warrior and a strategic genius, capable of studying a conflict and calculating every possible outcome in mere seconds. And Royal Wardens, which was something we got in our first issue, are unquestioningly loyal to their superiors. They may lack the strategic genius of an Overlord or Lord, but they have enough free will and intelligence to lead the Necron phalanxes or an entire army should their superior be otherwise engaged. So, there you go. Primaris Aggressors. Now, this is quite a large multi-part kit here. So, obviously, make sure you're clipping out the right ones when you use them. But there you go, how to build. And obviously you get 3, so we've got 3 separate pages on how to build. And we have how to paint Primaris Aggressors using, and really that's just going to be bringing it up to the current standard that your other items are. But then it comes in with the black base paint that you get with this issue. So you can paint things like the armour joints, etc. And the gun casings and the back of the storm shield for the lieutenant. Okay, so the playthrough is called Fire Support. Royal Warden shepherding the insane. With the Primaris Aggressors burning a path towards it, the Royal Warden has been forced to engage the assistance of a unit of insane Scorpec destroyers. The Royal Warden must survive the assault if it is to lead its troops to victory. And then the Primaris Aggressors, brute force, armed with fire-spitting, bone-crushing flamestorm gauntlets. Primaris Aggressors are perfectly suited to close quarters fighting. This trio of deadly warriors must force their way through the Necron defenders and eliminate the enemy commander. So, there you go. That looks like it's force on force, and looks like it's going to be a case of Royal Warden survives if he potentially escapes or survives the number of rounds of play, and the Primaris Aggressors have to kill the Royal Warden. And then you get your data sheets, and then the play-by-play or turn-by-turn play. So there you go. And there you go. That's that. Right, back page. Here we go. Right, so this brings me to the end of the 4 issues that I received with my second delivery. Looking forward, for the first 2 issues on delivery 3, 7 and 8, we get 3 paints and we get a Necron Overlord, which is quite nice, and it's quite a good mini by the look of it. Now, you get Mechanica Standard Grey, Corax White and Retributor armour in the issue 7. I will also be getting issue 9 and 10 with my 3rd delivery, and I should, if I remember rightly, be getting my free binder to start storing this stuff. The date for processing on my Hachette Partworks account says that it will be processed on the 22nd of October. So hopefully about 10 days after that I should receive the pack of miniatures. Right, should we build an aggressor? Come back in a mo. Right, just reviewing the video, I realised that I hadn't shown you the sprue, and this is it. You'll have to excuse the fact that I've already clipped out and built a Primaris Aggressor, which will be in the next part of the video. But there you go. So the parts, it's quite a big multi-part kit on this. The thing I do like about it is that you do get some little decoration for the bases. Whether you use those or not is entirely up to you. I will probably put these in my bits box to use on bigger models, bases. But we have the Flamestorm gauntlets, and these are slightly separate from the arms, which is nice because it allows for a better mould process. And we have obviously the Gravis armour torsos, etc. Flamestorm gauntlets just there and there. And obviously the legs are separate. Now the thing I do like is that all of the parts have things that they locate into. So for example, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this gauntlet here, there is a dimple in where the cable would go to allow it to marry up and sit nicely on the model. But yeah, there you go, that's the sprue. They're quite nice. And obviously you get the Abaddon Black base paint, which it gives good coverage. I quite like it. I use it a lot in not just obviously my wargaming painting, but I do scale models as well. So I do use it for painting black tyres and that sort of stuff. Right, now we can build. Okie dokie, so I have plumbed for making Aggressor A within the set. And with this kit, we start off with the head and torso. So the head gets pushed into the back of the carapace like that. And then these are pushed together. So really make sure that you clamp down on these to get a good join. Like so. It's probably about the best I'm going to get. So let's pop some glue into the seam. And on this side. And there you have it. Right. Actually, that's not good. So the next thing is, on the backpack we have 2 drums that need to be attached. Like so. Then the backpack is pushed onto the pin at the rear, and like thus. And that's what we've got so far. So legs. Right, legs have locating pins on them, and these just get pushed into there, and the hydraulics tube locates into a recess just on the back of the leg there. So that's one, and then the second one, I'm going to pop this onto the base. Like thus. Now, arms. These are in sub-assemblies, so they go together like thus. One and 2, like so. These are then located onto the pins on the shoulders, and these parts, these end parts, locate into holes that were left on the drums at the rear of the backpack. So that's that, and add some glue into that. Then this one, locates like thus, and pin and cable locate into there, and just glue the arm in place. So there you go, that's what your aggressor looks like. You do get 3 little bits of scenery that you can pin onto the base, like so. Haven't decided if I'm going to use them or save them for perhaps bigger models. But there you go, that is issue 5 with your aggressors. Sorry, issue 8, I should say, 6 even. God, fuck me, I can't count. So issue 6 with your aggressors. Abaddon paint, one we made, and spare bases. As I said earlier, my next delivery is due to be processed on the 22nd of October. So hopefully about 10 days after that, I can start producing the first video for that batch. Hopefully you join me then. All right, take care. Bye.